What is up, everybody? Welcome back to Cheesy Techie video. And today, this is you guys waiting for my $1,500 gaming PC build. So as you can see here, we have our AM4 motherboard and an AM4 CPU and also an AMD GPU. As you can see here, the reason why I took both AMD CPU and GPU because firstly, it's affordable. Secondly, in terms of performance, it is subpar between the Intel and the CPU. The CPU itself is an X3D model. We have the Ryzen 7 5700 X3D, but it is like a step down version of the 5800 X3D. But the difference is the base clock and the boost clock differences. It's a bit slower than the 5800 X3D, but in terms of the performance, is similar. In terms of GPU, I chose the RX 7800 XT. The reason I choose this is because I look at the 4070 and the rest of the GPUs, the 40 series, but the 50 series just released already, the 5060 Ti, and yeah, but I heard the 5060 Ti, in terms of performance, it's 1-2% performance difference minus off, but in terms of this is worth it, $369 to be specific. And MSI motherboard, initially I want to get the ASRock motherboard because I am using this two Nexus NQ700 Gen 4 SSD. This is like the most affordable Gen 4 SSD that you can find. This is one for selling around $80 when I bought in Simlim. I didn't record all the individual parts, how much the price it is. But for all of the grand total for this PC build is $1,515. So I went over budget $15, but just pay it $15. It really doesn't matter. So speaking of this, I want to put two SSD inside. The ASRock motherboard only has one M.2 slot. I can buy another, the M.2 adapter, the PCIe adapter thing, and slotting in one of the PCIe slot that is not using. But just play safe lah. Just get any motherboard that works for me, that I can put two M.2 SSD on it. There you go. Ta-da! Okay, and then also I don't go with the RGB RAM because to me RGB is overrated as fuck. This is the Clef Bolt. This is the Clef Bolt X. This is the 16x2 kit. This is the 32 gig set, 16 gigs each. This is the DDR4. This is the main reason why I take AM4 platform is because DDR4 is affordable than DDR5 because DDR5 is fucking expensive as of right now. It is, as you can see, the specification is go up to 3600 mega transfer. If I can go to the motherboard BIOS UEFI and to enable the DOCP settings, all that kind of stuff, and I can unlock the full potential of the RAM speed. For this, I took the non-RGB RAM because I don't want to spend another extra $100 for a fucking RGB because RGB is overrated to me personally. Speaking of RGB, I got an RGB case and an RGB cooler. So RGB, I have a case. It's the Montage A100 ARGB case. This is a $75 case as of right now, Sing dollars I guess. This is like the RGB version of the normal Air 100. I think Gamers Nexus have made a review for this. It's not bad. Anything that is available, there all the independent reviewers like Gamers Nexus, LTT, and even Hardware Unbox made a video for the parts that you have seen here, the Ryzen 700 X3D and the 7800 XT. I think LTT, Gamers Nexus, Hardware Unbox, and even probably J2 Sense has made a review for this already in terms of the benchmark, all that kind of stuff. I will link some of their videos in the video description so that you guys can easily find them, compare the benchmarks, so that whenever you want to buy the parts that you really want to get in terms of your budget and the performance needs, here you go, check it out now. And power supply, 750 watts. It is 80 plus volt. Thermalright, not only they make CPU cooler, they also make a PSU. I think they make cases as well, I'm not too sure. In terms of the power supply, it's okay. Hopefully it's not the cheapo brand one, luckily. Whenever it works for me, it works for me. So this is the 750 watt, which is plenty for my current setup as of right now. The CPU cooler is a Thermalright Assassin X120 Refined SE ARGB. Yeah, I just read off from the box. And all I can say is it's just a RGB cooler. It only has one fan, but Probably in the future, I will probably get the CPU cooler bracket, you know, the fan bracket to just put another one in the push-pull configuration, and there you go. So yeah, on the back you can see which one's compatible and that kind of stuff. But luckily it has a thermal paste inside, so I don't need to spend extra money. Lord, I be cheapskate, but never mind. So, and also in terms of OS and you know the BIOS, blah 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 blah, I will just so Windows 11 for the OS. Obviously, I'm not gonna run Linux. Probably Linux, I will get a shitty laptop and just run Linux, I guess. Enough of talking. I was gonna build like a montage video and all that kind of stuff, the unboxing, and I will not talk in the midst of like when I build my gaming PC. So, well, sit back and relax. Let's start with the build. Just a rough one. Alright guys, this is the final setup. Not to say this is a final setup, I have to turn on this gaming PC, whether it is fully working, all that kind of stuff. I just now put the buzzer just for fun. So first thing first, let me just turn on the PC. So the moment of truth, will it turn on? 1, 2, 3. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Yes, I know it's very loud because I think it's because of the PWM mode, all that kind of stuff. It's black for a second because of the memory training. Hey, we have a splash screen. Hey, we have our BIOS. Or I would say it is UEFI because it's all GUI based. So as you can see, the current DRAM frequency, I need to change to the full 3600 mega transfer. We have our fan speed, all that kind of stuff. I have to turn on the so that it won't full blast most of the time. Alright, so that one I am going to do off camera, but if you want to know on how to do all these kind of like the PC setup, all that kind of stuff, you can watch J2 Sense, Austin Evans, LTT. They made a very good explanation on how to do all this kind of stuff. So I will make like a time lapse on the Windows installation, all that kind of stuff, blah blah blah. Well, stay with me, guys. Almost there, 90%, almost. Alright guys, so finally I have built my gaming PC. So I have delayed the video for like a month because school and school stuff. Please excuse me of me watching 24 hours on the Mons. And so as of the PC itself, it's already fully completed. I installed some games, probably that I have migrated from my my laptop to my desktop, all the mods and stuff, the AC, etc. and that kind of stuff. There are some issues that I had to rectify. Firstly is just now I just played with my G29 steering wheel. I played Assetto Corsa. I played for a bit and it just like shuts off for a second and it reboots it. And also I play CS2. Honestly, CS2 on the ultra-wide monitor is absolutely gorgeous with the high refresh rate monitor, all that kind of stuff. I made a video already. You can go check it out at link in the video description. So yeah, there are some issues that I had, but probably it's like a small fix. So gaming PC wise, initially the RGB doesn't work for the case fan. I will make a video on how to fix that, a YouTube shorts. So this is absolutely gorgeous. Right now I'm stress testing by turning on the aircon, And the time I play CS2 and Assetto Corsa is at the time I didn't turn on the aircon, mainly I on the fan. It's not directly blow towards the PC itself. It's not. And I play CS2, all that kind of stuff. So here are some things I like about it. Yes, as you guys know, it's DR4. DR4 is affordable, and 7800 XT a bit affordable than the RTX, all that kind of stuff. The latest, the 5060s and the 6, I don't know, 5070 Ti's and all that kind of stuff, they already out now. The benchmarks are already out. I have not checked out their benchmarks on the about it, but the GPU, I don't have any issue, just a minor one. First time I tried using the frame generation. I hate the frame gen. It gives me like a weird artifact while playing games. I have some clips. One game that I play is Forza 4. That it gives me like one weird artifacts. But even though it's like give more frames, increase FPS, all that kind of stuff, blah blah blah. There are some artifacts that it will hack while running games and all that kind of stuff. So that's it for this $1,500 gaming PC. As of now, I currently stress testing. I'm using either 64, and the product key I found some already. I just throw inside so that I don't have that stupid trial version shit. And the CPU, there's the one problem of this cooler. I regret choosing this because as the CPU temps are in the mid 80s and almost going to reach around 86 onwards. And yeah, because this is a single fan attachment and all that kind of stuff. But whether it is a Ryzen 7 and all that kind of stuff, which any CPU that has 8 cores and all that kind of stuff, it's similar to your Core i7. Ryzen 7 is like almost similar to a Core i7. And this is like around 100 plus, around 105 watts TDP for the Ryzen 7 5700 X3D. And I need to change the CPU cooler ASAP, or else problem occurs. Well, I need to go to Carousell and find the CPU cooler kind of stuff, or probably go to Simlim and buy new one again. I'm gonna lose a bit of money, and yeah, that's why I see some of the PCs that I came across probably on Carousell with the same CPU but different GPU. They uses like a double CPU cooler, fins, all that kind of stuff. Something like the Peerless Assassin, which has two fans. They got the non-RGB one and the RGB version. But I may be considering getting the non-RGB because RGB is kind of overrated, by the way. Overall, RGB is quite good. It's quite nice. It looks perfect in the nighttime and all that kind of stuff. So honestly, overall, this PC not bad. I have some performance, the benchmarks, or all kind of stuff. Not kind of a professional benchmark that you'll find on Linus Tech Tips, Gamers Nexus, Hardware Unbox. I give you some like rough performance on this Lenovo IdeaPad Gaming 3 and the current gaming PC that I have, Ryzen 7 5700 X3D, 7800 XT, 32 gigs of DDR4, and I'm using a B550 motherboard. I will show some, on the video, so that I give you some rough ideas on that kind of stuff. So, well, I think that's it for this 1005 build gaming PC. There are some issues. Probably I'm gonna do like the CPU installation. I'm gonna do like a YouTube shorts on that kind of stuff, replacing with the Peerless Assassin or AIO. I am not too sure about AIO because I heard AIO has a lot of issues. And that's it for this video. Remember to like, share, and subscribe. And check out my gaming channel, top right corner. I have a lot of stuff that I plan to upload. This is the future of my gaming channel. I'm gonna do like live streaming. I tried once, Euro Truck Simulator, play some music and kinda copyrighted. So well, I'm gonna do it differently, something special. Well, enough talking. That's it for this video, and I'll catch you guys next time. Bye bye!